Hey there, guys, gals, fans, and pals. Your buddy John Megacycle here. Another episode of Shapes I.O. coming at you. I'm just going through some of our old builds and just how wacky some of this crap is with all the threading I tried to do to try to be space efficient and try to maximize I don't know what. I mean, this is cool, but we've got a much more sophisticated blueprint to use. This is how much effort we had to get to white. I really liked this. This was elegant, I thought. With the staggered belts kind of a thing, but this is kind of the blueprint that went out in the end. Yeah, so all I've been really doing is just going through and seeing what else we don't need. This whole rigmarole produced these things. But I think we've got more than enough of them. 250,000. So I'm just kiboshing and cleaning up a little bit. See if we can get some of this stuff kind of, you know. I'm seeing improvements to the processor. The more of this stuff... Oh, uh-oh. There we go. The more of this I'm cleaning out. So I'm just doing that. Let's go ahead and boof all of this. Another 12,000 buildings. Holy cripes. Just give that a minute. We're not in a rush. Cool. Oh my god, so much better now. Okay. Cool. Yep. Just gotta do a little cleanup, that's all it takes. This is sending what exactly? Oh, the blueprint tokens back to base. Cool. So actually, our hub is looking incredibly clean right now. There's realistically not much ado and not much to do about anything. Yep, this is good. So we're only delivering really 3 items. The objective piece that we need to move on. We're moving the blueprint tokens. And we're moving what else? These little screw-bibby boys. Could nuke that too, I suppose. Don't really need it. Yeah, it took like an eighth of the time for the game to save. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to clean this up a bit, I think. Did I do this right? Nope, because I zoomed out too far. Shucks. Shucks deluxe. How far am I going to have to go? I can probably turn left right about here. Save a lot of the belts. Everything is going to contribute to a slower speed and a slower game. So I kind of figure if we can cut the belts in half, we don't have to go out nearly as far. This is going to help everything, right? Even if we only save a few hundred belts, it's a few hundred less computations that need to be done. There we go. Cool. Let's get this all taken out and zoom way, way out. Yep, very good. And this can move in like this. There, that looks a lot better. I might not even keep that, but that still looks a lot better. So instead of starting a game completely over from scratch, this is where I would probably restart, so to speak. I've got my blueprint tokens being made. I've got end game piece, or maybe there's more pieces at the end of this, I don't know. Actually, how much of this is just this? Quite a bit. Are there any blueprints here I really care about? I don't really think so. I think we have a better paint schematic. I think we've got a better everything schematic. This is well before we had the layering of the extractors as well. This looks very similar to the blueprint that we had for stacking. I'd have to do some serious rearranging to get this to be like the other one, but that's okay. Yeah, I really like this. I did it the other way, which was extend this vertical one, this top-down one, a lot farther. But whatever. This can go away. Another 4,000 items. Yep, this game needed a bad cleanup. Yep, get rid of it. Now, you might have noticed that we have a dark gray and a light gray. The light gray are the chunks that I've been building in and doing stuff with. The dark gray, I guess, are chunks that aren't loaded. I'm not doing anything with them. Nothing's happening. Nothing to do, nothing to say, right? So, that's about that. We've got 120,000 of these to do. So I've got some options. To just get to this upgrade piece, I could let it sit and just calculate. We're already 10% of the way there. At our current rate to production, and because we have all these charts, this works out pretty well. We're producing 948. Let me just get out a calculator here real quick, yeah? I need 120,000. I have produced 13,300. And I'm producing 942 a minute. So this sets us at about the 2-hour mark. To be absolutely honest, I don't want to pull another 3 episodes out of this just sitting and waiting. That sounds really, really dumb to me. One of the things I think I'd like to spend that time on is maybe a little optimization here and there with you watching me do it. And then we'll cut the recording. I'll let some time splay on, and then we'll see where we're at. I don't know if this is the end of the game. I don't know if there's way, way more or what's going on. But those are options. Those are options that I see right now. Actually, since these are all the same shape, let's do something like that. That'll help the flow. Can I do the same thing here? Sure can. Don't know if that helped any, but sure can. What is the problem with this thing? This has a balancer. It's splitting it between 2 things. Eventually it'll catch up, but I'm not really cool with this taking as long as it is. How's that? That's better. Okay, keep the machines working. That's the goal, that's the task, that's the plan. Now, ironically, we have plenty of red on this side and not enough white. And we have plenty of white on this side and not enough red. So what are we missing here? Painting. Painting is the problem. Okay. Unfortunately, I didn't give myself a ton of space. There's some red right there. Look at there. Look at there. Okay. Okay, this might work quite well for red. So here's what we're gonna do. So I want 3 lanes. I want 2 lanes to myself. There. So now, unfortunately for this guy, this is gonna look something like this. This is gonna look something like this. There we go. Because they all have to share the burden, right? Oh, wow, that filled in really quickly. I bet you any money we could do some hokey-jokey nonsense like this. And really add, real value add to this, I think. I'm hoping, anyway. Oh, we're backed up. We're backed up plenty. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. Let's really screw with the system, yeah? Let's really have some fun with this thing. Okay, so I need... Oh, that filled in really freaking quick, too. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be much of a problem. How are we on the backfill? Plenty. Plenty of stuff. Okay, awesome. So I need about a third of this. So I need 2, 4, 6. I need 6 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like that, yeah? Copy. Where did I mess up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I copied 7 on accident. That's okay. This goes away. This needs to be red. And I really only need like 3. I need 3 exports right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coolio to Fabio. Okay. I'm gonna pull this out a bunch. Not quite. Cool. Okay, so this gives us another... oh, you know what? This is only half of the solution. Because we merged these somewhere else. Yeah, damn. This is where these get merged. So what exactly did I just make? I made the piece we have the absolute most of? No. No, not true. Not true. Because I have a bunch of these pieces I need. Okay. So this is just upper left circle. So I'm going to need to do the same thing for lower left circle. So let's see here. Merge, cut, merge, cut, merge, merge, cut, like that. So I now have 3 lanes that are open for business, yeah? That makes sense? I think it does. Yep, cool. So there's our 6. I think. I really hope I'm not absolutely screwing everything up. That would make me infinite amounts of sad. Like, kind of worse than a Smashing Pumpkins album. Okay, that save was really, really freaking quick. So I like that. Let's just keep this going a bit more. Okay, so how far? A little more. Little more yet. Little more yet. Oh my gosh, a little more yet. Perfection, kind of. Okay. All right. Don't know what happened there, but that was a quick fix. And just to make this easier. So anytime I do this to one side, I really have to do it to both for it to be congruent and for it to also take the proper effect. Because right now we have more than enough of the upper lefts, but we're running out of the lower rights. Right? Doesn't really help too much if I don't do it to both. Let's see here. Something's screwed up. Something's absolutely terrifically screwed up. Yup, holy crap. Something's very wrong. I'm missing the upper left red. Okay, so how about this? I'm just gonna let it keep going. We can't break anything because anything we feed into the hub isn't going to matter. But I'm missing the upper left red. So what is this guy? Yes, this is a problem. How did this break? Let's just stop that right there. Oh. Yup. Okay, I see it. We branched out a little too far. Okay, that's fine. Resume production. That's actually one of the neat things about this game, is it doesn't break stuff. Nothing here is emphatically broken. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is correct. That is correct right there. So this actually has to look something like this for that to work. Yep, okay. That should really work itself out in a little bit. Not too long, but yep, that was a total biff on my part, but I think we're fixed. So we could do to verify, we'll just come over here, and I'll just give it a minute, and we'll just cut some pieces and just see what happens. Okay. Still a little busted. So we're going to see in here in our graph, yeah, a couple of really janky pieces. That red bit is missing, and that screws with the overlap and everything. Okay, still some pieces busted. That's okay. It's not going to fix itself immediately. There is a heck of a backlog in between here and there. So no worries. I still see some mishaps. Still not a big deal. Now, in other games I played, if you feed an input where it's not expecting an input or something, or you're feeding the wrong thing, that's where stuff freaks out. Where do I even have latest anymore? Oh, it's right there. Okay. I would expect like within the next 2 minutes. Or... there we go. Just fixed itself. Yep. That's the good point of like proper, like in the real world, like proper tech documentation, right? How does this machine work? If it breaks, how do we fix it? Having proper documentation, understanding of a system. Yep, that looks good. Looks really good. Okay. Ba 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 ba. So realistically, how would we improve on this system? Well, we still have a couple of bottlenecks. I only really helped half of the red shapes. So I really didn't fix anything. All I did was make it different. Actually, we could do something like this. That'll help that out a bit. We would have to pull this apart layer by layer by layer and make improvements. So we would check a certain part of the system like, hey, how are the green stars? Green stars are backed all the way up. That's not our problem. How are the stars? Also backed up. Not a problem. And green, you know, you take a system apart piece by piece by piece by piece, and you figure out what is causing you headache. Right here, I ain't got enough of these things. Actually, we are fairly backed up. I think we're okay. We have a bunch of this. I think we're okay. That's where the production meets. So by identifying the bottleneck, like I said, it's this thing. We would tear this apart, see what's missing. So I'm still short on these red thingamadoos. Let's take this, pull it out, work on it, and that sort of a thing. To be absolutely honest, this might sound like an incredible buzzkill, but I think I'm fairly content with how the game operates and everything. I think what I'd like to do is I would like to leave the emulation to run for the next hour, so we get the rest of these parts so we can see what's up with the rest of the game. We do have some next parts. We have this one that we need 100,000 of. We need this one. We need 40,000 of. We also need these, which are the end tier. So what I'd honestly like to do, like I said, I know this is kind of buzzkilly, but I've got other games I want to get to. I've got other projects I want to start, and everything. And kind of, to be absolutely honest, even further, realizing the computational bottleneck of the game, that I had to kibosh 80% of the rest of my machines to get this going, makes me honestly a little hesitant of redoing and rebuilding and adding a ton more. Again, it's not a hit on the game, it's more of a hit on my computer, and this is kind of where I'm at. So I want to be honest with you with that sort of a thing. I think that's what we're going to do. I think I'm just going to let the simulation run for a bit, let it contabulate and stock up a bit, And I'll pause it when we're getting close to the end. We'll see what's next, and then we'll chart the rest of the series. If we're hitting the end game level stuff, we'll wrap it up there. If that's not the case, then we'll plan what we're doing next. So yeah, I'm just going to fast forward this real quick, and I'll be with you in a second. And welcome back. That was pretty quick, right? We're reaching our objective here for this mission of 118,000 out of 120,000 of these. Oh gosh, half pinwheel, half square, circle, double color, star, science, green, yellow. Just throw all the words in a bucket and see what lands. Yeah, so I really just wanted to see what we unlock with this. We unlock quad painting. Now, looking through some of our previous designs and previous builds, I'm finally starting to pay attention to some of these speeds. Granted, earlier in the series I was like, let's just relax and have fun, but there are some differences in between how some of these are processed, and if I wanted to really lean up our system, we should really go back and redo some of this stuff. But I had to trim everything out to get my machine to run this at a proper clip. Now that I'm looking back at some of the old recordings, there was quite a bit of stuttering and stuff. The game was still playable, but it definitely wasn't ideal, I guess is the word I'm looking for. So we got it all, we removed all of our old machines, got it nicely cleaned up and everything. So no big deal. I kind of want to see this quad painting and see where the rest of the game leads. Based on that, I might want to absolutely redo some of our other stuff. I'm considering if we come over here and check like our blueprint tokens, painting is one of the bottlenecks. Not enough white circles to go around. So that might be something I consider based on the upgrade. Back to the hub. And there we go. You've unlocked a variant of the paper. It allows paint each part of the shape individually. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Okay, unlock free play. So I'm actually going to kind of consider this to be the end of the season. We could easily pick apart some of these other pieces. For example, this other piece that we have here was the basis of the final mission item that we needed. So I could just come back here and do something like this. And there we go. And we got that production going on. This could be very interesting with the quad printer and the dual printer and stuff like that. This actually invalidates a lot of my other builds and other needs to pick apart, to literally pick apart everything to make it work. This would actually, yeah, this introduces a lot of things. Let me just explain real quick. So this is our final thing that we were working on, and to get it to work, it was a circle that needed two of its colors colored, and two sides colored one color, two sides colored another color. So what I did is I had to slice it all up, and that's what this part of the machine is right here. That's what all this was. This was the sliding and dividing. Then that got fed into two separate systems. One system was white to paint the white colors, and another system was red to get the red colors, and that was here. And then they merged together to get us these red, white, circly doos. Now that took actually a lot of effort, but this new quad painting item would cut out a ton of that work. I wouldn't have to do any of the cutting or remerging. It would literally just be circle and the two colors. Let's see if there's a place around here where I can get some white and some red and maybe better demonstrate that. Okay, so this is emphatically how this would work. So I need some splittery do. That looks good. So I need the upper right and the lower left to be white. So that would be, I think, this and this. Yeah, so there's our white. trying to see if I'm doing this right at all. But if I get what I want and what I think is correct here, what should happen is we should really get this very same piece. So let's find, boop, let's just stop that right there. That piece is exactly what this should look like when this comes out. So just an extractor, it doesn't matter. In terms of shading. So just like that. So red, so left to right. Red, white, white, red, right? That's what we got. So over here we've got red, white, white, red. Yep. That actually cuts out 90%, not 90%. Cuts out all of this. All this goes bye-bye with that singular piece because I don't have to cut it and remerge it. So the cutting goes away. The painting goes away. The remerging goes away. So that actually, that's a neat level up because that actually invalidates a lot of my stuff. Anyhow, I think I'm going to call this a season right here. This was an excellent look at Shapes.io. I'm going to continue playing this on my own. Maybe I'll have some videos later and really share some of the creative stuff I come up with. I really think we've really come a long way. I've learned a lot about, I guess really, when we started, we had a couple of processes. I was like, this is what I want, modular, it looks good, whatever. And I want it to be functional as well. And then we built it and we're like, this isn't really that great anymore. And we came up with new ideas, new thoughts, new processes and everything. And it worked out really well. So that all being said, this was an excellent journey, and I really hope you pick this up. Shapes.io, it's on Steam for a couple of dollars. It's worth it. I've already poured in a bunch of hours into it. Definitely worth it for the entertainment dollar, in my opinion. And a solid game. If this game stays right here and goes nowhere, like no more improvements or changes or add-ons or whatever, I think it's a pretty solid game all on its own, for sure. More stuff could be cool, but not necessary. I think this game stands well enough on its own. So, my name's John Megacycle. Thanks a lot for joining me for this season, and I hope to catch you next time. Hey there, guys, gals, fans, and pals. Thanks for checking out my video. I also want to take a moment to thank all my supporters and donators, and if you'd like to join up with me and game with my crew, all the information to get connected is in the description below. Thanks again, and I hope to catch you next time.